Hey guys, this is Jesse Lopez with my 15-minute. What is it called? Oh, the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast, the only podcast worth listening to. My fucking list. I have Pat Sirois here, a very funny guy.
Hello.
Yeah, one of my favorites. I don't usually say that because I don't like to lie. Yeah, some of my people that I've had on this aren't as funny as this man.
Oh, well, that's what's up, man. Well, sure, I'm glad I could be here today. You know,
Yeah.
in my apartment. You know?
Yeah, cleaning a bong.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. He's not cleaning a bong. He's taking off the
resin.
The resin, and he's
Yeah.
gonna snort it like a
Yeah.
fucking drug addict.
I'm gonna fucking cook it up, and I'm gonna fucking cook a shot. I'm gonna throw it right in my old arm here.
Yeah, and none in between the toes.
Yeah. I used to do it between the toes, but I'm not trying to get a job anymore, man. I'm just trying to fucking chill. So on the arm it goes. You know? I ain't got nothing to hide. Man, one time I had a fucking I had a heroin addict living with me that was snuck into my house, just like
A heroin addict that lived with you snuck into your house.
No, he was stuck into my house. I had some roommates, and I fucking went out of town for like 4 days, and I come back and fucking and there's just this dude living there. And I was just like, one of the guys, oh yeah, this is so-and-so, he's going to be doing the garage brooms. We had a room in the garage. I was like, okay, I would have liked to have been asked about that. And the guy was actually pretty cool, and I liked the guy, he's a good guy. But he fucking, he just one day out of nowhere was just like, hey man, I'm on heroin really bad, and I'm going to be moving out in 2 weeks to go to rehab. And I said, okay, cool. And I'd already kind of figured something was up. But like, one day I came home, and it was me and Gene Getman. Me and Gene Getman got back to the crib. And
I remember that fucking German.
Yeah, Russian actually.
Oh,
that Russian Jew.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's a Russian Jew.
Yeah.
Damn, you can hate him in any sorts of ways.
Yeah. Just bring the hate. You know?
Yeah, just bring the hate.
And he's a ginger, and he's in really great shape.
Yeah, dude. And he's a prick. He's a fucking prick.
And he's an actual living human asshole.
Yeah. Yeah.
But so we come home, and it's full like the crazy heroin roommate walks out of my fucking garage, out of his garage bedroom, and like walks out, and it's like him and this other guy, and I can just tell they're fucking just fucked up. They're like smoking cigarettes and kind of like nodding off. He's just like, hey man, what's up? And they both had fucking little trails of blood dribbling down their arm. I was like, you fucking get it together, man. Come on.
They probably shared their needle too.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they did. Needles are expensive, dude. I would share.
For real?
I don't know. I fucking
No. Holy shit, man.
Yeah, you got to share those needles, though, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all about.
Yeah, in this economy.
It's all about being economic as a drug dealer. You got to fucking or a drug user rather. But yeah, no. Anyway, so yeah, we're here at my apartment. I'm about to fucking smoke some resin. It's my day off.
It's very sad. Very sad.
It is.
That you have no weed.
Yeah. Well, I had I smoked all my work weed yesterday.
Work weed.
Work weed is the weed I need to go to work.
Wow.
Yeah, I smoke a lot of weed at work. Not a lot of weed at work, but I like to be high at work because I've always just liked being high at work just because I like being high and I don't like work. But I finally kind of figured out the reason why I prefer to be stoned at work, and it hit me just recently. It changes being high changes my emotional response to being at work. Because my general emotional response to being at work is, fuck this, you know, like, no, man, work. But like when I'm high, like I just don't give a shit. I just do my job.
Wow.
So it makes me the perfect cog in the capitalist machine.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what people were saying in the 50s about weed.
Yeah. They should not want to. Like that's like okay, for example, I worked last night and I got there and the fucking place was all fucked up for the last shift and there's all the shit I needed to do, and so I fucking. I remember it was just like, fuck, I don't want to do all this shit. This shit should have been done before I got here. And so I was like kind of like bummed about it. And I just sat down, I smoked a bowl, and then I fucking put my headphones in, listened to a podcast, and just got a whole bunch of work done. Oh, actually, I don't know if we're just diving right in here.
Dive it.
Okay. Been on a whole thing about self-discovery lately, you know?
You've already started masturbating or what?
Have you heard about this? It's crazy.
I know. It was really popular in the 70s.
Yeah. A lot of self-help gurus were promoting it, you know? But no, like, I looked I was slicing strawberries at work yesterday because I work in a food truck because I've given up entirely.
How could you be mad at slicing strawberries? You know, like
I didn't used to like tedious, monotonous work. I would instead, and when I did jobs where I had to fucking do little tedious, monotonous jobs, I would always end up talking to my coworkers and not getting the job done in time, or being told. I can picture every boss I've ever had staring at me and saying, "Shut up, stop talking, start working." Always been a problem. And I'm starting to realize now as I get older that I've got, not bad, I don't know what's bad, but I got ADD. I definitely do.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never been diagnosed with it. I've never got, my mom tried to get me diagnosed with it when I was a kid, and I don't know, it was never really happened. It never really followed through. And so I've always noticed that I get distracted really easily, and I hate doing those little tasks. So what I did was, now that I'm getting older, I'm just like start to find out more things about yourself and just find out how you work and what works for you. I've noticed that if I'm listening to a podcast, because that's what it is, I have fucking I always need to be taking in information or exchanging in some sort of dialogue or learning something, and it's to the point where it's kind of crippling sometimes. Where I can't focus on doing something because I'm like I need stimuli. I need to read an article. I need to hear about this. I need to look at that. So I fucking have found how to control my fucking ADD, and that's smoke a bowl and listen to a podcast. And I listen to a lot of true crime podcasts, a lot of history podcasts, but I throw my headphones in, and it's I think it runs an interference pattern on my ADD. It allows my brain to say, okay, now I can slice strawberries contentedly till the fucking sun goes down and just be happy with it because I'm getting the mental stimuli that I need, and I'm high, so I'm not and it locks me in. I'm able to get fucking work done. And I tried, and then since I've learned this since about 2 years now, I've known this about myself, and I've tried to explain to bosses before, look, I know you're just mad by the simple fact that I have a fucking headphone in right now. I know that doesn't look good and you don't like it, and it's just your natural boss instincts to be take your fucking headphones out. But trust, this is what I need to fire on all cylinders. I need to be fucking not distracted, but entertained in my head and high. I don't tell them that part.
They probably know.
They have to, man. I swear to God, you got to be high at work, man. And if my bosses remember, I want to do a bit about this, but it's a little corny, but it'll be my boss be like, "Hey, Pat, man, we think we think you've been doing drugs," and I'll be like, "What? Well, why do you think that?" He's like, "Well, there's some days that you come in here, man, you're just pissed off, you're argumentative, you snap like that, and it's you're just acting all crazy and you're in a bad mood." I'm like, yeah, those are the days I'm not on drugs. Those are the days that I'm fucking which is the truth. I get so much more done at work when I'm high. I just because it changes my emotional response to having to be there. Or all the little shit that pisses you off. If you work with people enough and you go into you go to work and the people, there's nobody can make you mad like somebody that you know.
Uh-huh.
And the people you work with, it's you're not friends with them, but you know them, and so their little fucking behaviors just start to get on your nerves and shit, or things they did or things they said, and you're just in your head man, fuck them, it's making your whole shift bad. And then I just smoke, and I'm just I just don't care. I'm oh, this is just a guy I work with. It doesn't matter what he does because I'm only here for 7 more hours, and then I'm back to my life.
Yeah, this just turned into the pro weed or podcast. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
If I'm the first one in the podcast to the benefit of weed. You heard it here first in the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. Weed, good for you.
Yeah, because the podcast industry was vehemently anti-drug for years.
No, you know what I think would be funny? Now that you picked up all the resin, I could just blow it and it'll just go on your face and it'll just end it. Oh, it's the 15-minute podcast.
I'm damn it, son! I need to change my emotional response to the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. No, but that's really what it is, man. I was always a recreational smoker, and it never was an integral part of. I would meet people who were gotta be high, just I would meet cats that gotta smoke. Yeah. And I still not one of those blunt after blunt after blunt types. I know people like that who just keep smoking weed.
Oh yeah.
I like to just get my little fucking head rush.
I take one or two hits and that's it. I'm done.
But but now it's to the point where I'm I have to have a bag of weed for the work week because I'm just it doesn't have to be a lot. I can literally make a fucking gram. I can get my weed needs out of a gram for 4 days.
How much is a gram?
$20 usually. some fucking weed snob out there. It's like, if you're smoking fucking mids, somebody out there smokes like $60 a gram weed. I don't know if that exists. $60 a gram weed.
I have no idea. I need a scale. I don't even know. Like I've bought weed like a few times. I don't even know if I'm getting ripped off or not. Honestly, I'm just thinking like I'll have one weed, please.
Yeah.
And like I could be like it's $70. It's like oh man, give me half of that. Or you know?
Ooh, yeah, I'll just do a half a weed. Then.
Yeah, it's half a weed for me, sir.
Yeah, I can pretty much eyeball weed. I've always done this like with grams. Grams to me, a gram is one larger bud and one smaller bud out of the bag. And like that I know that's so fucking wildly inaccurate. Like, but that's for generally it tends to be the case. Like a larger bud and like one or two smaller buds.
Well, like thumb. Okay, like a thumb is an inch, kind of.
Yeah. It's like one of those things. It's like a general rule of thumb.
Well, I don't know. You have French hands. I don't know.
I have French Canadian hands. They're actually short and stubby.
You're 1 week. This is one of the things that I hate about you. You're French Canadian. That's your chink in the armor. That's I would literally like come over every day, try to be your best bud if it wasn't the case.
Yeah, I am. I feel kind of separated from like I was born and raised in Texas, but I guess my family's a little. On my dad's side, we definitely hold on to the French Canadian identity. It's not like it's a passing thing where like there's some people who are like, oh yeah, I'm Irish, like they forget about it, Yeah. But like we definitely like that's like part of our like my grandparents, I call them Mame and Pepe, and my aunts and uncles are Matant and Manunk, and they my Mame and Pepe, their fucking first language was French, second language was English. And and then all my Matowns and Manunks all speak English, but then also speak French as a second language, because my Mame didn't start speaking English till like my dad and his brothers and sisters were like in their teens. So that's a horrible thing about me. Let's put the table. What gets you about French Canadians?
Oh, because like if I talk Spanish, oh that's gross, and then and it's like you talk French, oh that's romantic.
God, that's so fucking true.
And it's fucked up because you're like,
it is it's like so true.
It's a horrible language, and people find it romantic. Why?
Yeah. I don't know why. They're definitely talking about Parisian French though, because fucking like French Canadian speakers. That shit is not a that is not a pleasant to the ears French.
I don't know what's so romantic about Paris. Like that's in France, right?
It's in France. I've been to Paris, and I was not old enough to understand why it was called the City of Love. But in retrospect, I look back and I was really bored while we were there, and I think it's because there's probably nothing to do but fuck. Like what else? There's nothing to do. Like it's like
just drink wine and romance.
Just drink wine and just go fuck. But
I'm trying to be polite here in the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast by calling it romance.
Romance.
And you just keep on saying the word fuck. You know my children listen to this.
I make my children listen to this, right?
I've actually suggested it.
Yeah. Well, like I do think it is fucked up though, because when you go up in like, for example, you go to northern Maine, like which is still in the U.S., but that's actually where my grandmother was born. My grandmother was born on U.S. soil to non-English speaking Canadian immigrants, and did not learn the language herself until she was well into her adulthood. But was born a U.S. citizen and everything.
Well, like my family, everybody speaks Spanish.
It's
English. I'm the best spoken guy word dude in my family.
Really? Out of all the spoken guy word dude, you're the best spoken guy word dude.
One in my family, dude.
That's crazy. But no, like it is fucked up though. It's my grandma. Her story is almost exactly parallel to somebody that came over, into fucking South Texas from the Valley, but you would never hear a politician or a right-winger or somebody speak ill of my grandma's experience. They'd be like, I met this lovely little white French woman, and she cooks the best fucking crepes, and her family all speaks French, and she comes from a quaint little part of northern Maine where all the street signs are in French. How cool is that? Flip that shit. You go down to Brownsville, and somebody's like, "Oh, goddamn, fucking all the signs are in Spanish." It's completely double standard. Yeah. It's a complete double standard.
And that's why I hate you.
Yeah. Well,
let me just remind you of that.
Yeah. Well,
that hatred.
You. Yeah.
I might push you down the stairs. While you're not looking.
That's why I avoid stairs. Sick of getting pushed down.
Sick of getting pushed down because of things.
Yeah.
Because people just love to push me down the stairs.
What is funny though, I actually got I got fucking labeled or called as a French Canadian not that long ago by a person who didn't know me and had just met me, and it was my girlfriend's gay coworker, and I met him and he was just like, we talked for like a split second, then he just kind of looked at me and goes, you're French Canadian, aren't you? And I was like, I am, and I was like, how did you know that? And apparently he's just like a savant of racism. Like he just
like old people, like the people that like fought in World War II, they knew like, oh, you're fucking Italian, you know,
they can
fucking
just spot
Irish.
it. Yeah, and that's what he knew. But there is certain signifying factors to French Canadians. We have about 2 or 3 body types. It's not a lot of variation there. We either have short and skinny, medium build, stocky, like me and Kevin Owens, the wrestler. Like, you watch wrestling?
I don't know. Watch that. I think it's beneath me. It is beneath me. You know, it's just in par with the Kardashians. So anybody that likes WWF, fuck you. You know what? I don't even think it exists anymore.
You just threw out the high moral ground of the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast.
Jesse Lopez, I do not pander. No common denominator here. You get fucking, you know, balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Jesse.
But so then fucking yes, we have that, and then we also have like tall and spindly types. But there is but like a lot of French Canadians look like me, dark hair, brown eyes. But we also have the forearms. The forearms give us away. We have Popeye forearms.
Yeah.
I'm
a little bit of French Canadian myself. Look at that.
But
I masturbate with both arms.
Yeah. What's funny is when I've heard people say that, and obviously this is why, because it's not genetic. But in New England, there's a lot of French Canadians, and they fucking they're what do you call it? What they're known for is doing like kind of like the Mexicans of the Northeast, like doing like construction and fucking landscaping and shit. Like that's what they're associated with, but more especially drywall. For some reason,
especially drywall. No, that's a Mexican thing.
There's a fucking French Canadian stereotype in New England. They're all fucking drywall hangers. And my uncle Rodney, who runs a drywall business, is like, it's just completely like, yeah, it's fucking true. Like it is. Like, oh my god, but we.
Yeah, we're all drywall monkeys. That's
yeah, but we all have like these thick ass like forearms, like these little stocky builds, and I guess that helps with fucking drywall hanging, I would imagine. So I don't know, but that is the
not knowing the America's first language. That's what makes you into drywall, because Mexicans, you know, not knowing the language. That brings you into labor. Yeah, you should stick to building towers like the Eiffel Tower and shit. You know, history here with the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. The Eiffel Tower was built by Germans during when they invaded Paris as a Nazi propaganda. This is the second time in 1953. My children are going to listen to this and fail history. Yeah, right. But the donut was invented by French Canadians. And that's what led to the Civil War.
Because North was like, put the hole back in the donut. South was like, no, we want to keep the holes out.
Yeah, that's where donut holes got, you know?
Yeah.
They sold them in some railroad.
That's why they have such a negative connotation these days with donuts. Because you know nobody likes them anymore.
What's
right?
the connotation? Hey, dude, I'm fucking Mexican is my first language. It's not even Spanish. It's fucking Mexican.
Mexican is my first language.
Pinche babosos, you know, like that fucking vieja comelona.
But French Canadian, and that's why you don't like this one hang up.
Yeah, you'd be the perfect human being. Well, if you didn't have that glandular problem either.
Yeah. Well, thank you for acknowledging that I do work out regularly, but it's just glandular. I can't get away from it.
That's what I blame it on too.
Yeah, glands, goddamn glands.
Yeah.
But so that's
that is it. Are you gonna smoke that? What looks like tar.
Do you want me to? Yeah, do you want me to be smoking this disgusting shit on the cast?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
You know, what I came up with an idea when I was high is like, what if the government is behind all these fucking hippie videos about like, oh, weed cures cancer, dude, you know?
Yeah. What?
Like, what if the government is behind all this? Is conspiracy to make everyone get addicted to weed, and then they start selling it, get all the taxes.
I don't know, man. I don't know if let's say if weed does get get legalized, I still might just fucking hit up my homeboy and go to his house. Like, I don't see why I would fucking
go to the weed store.
Automatically go to the weed store. Like I have brand loyalty, you know. Like I could be bought for any price. I'm sorry. I have no loyalty.
You just go to another room and do another podcast that's not even finished mine.
Yeah,
like that. I'm loyal. Wait, where you going? I got a better podcast to be in, man.
I walk into somebody else like, hey, what's up? I always thought though, if I was ever in a position where I could be bribed, yes, immediately. $100, fuck it, whatever. I will bend to your will. I would love to take a bribe. So if anybody out there wants to bribe somebody, and it's just for some reason I would be the one to do it, please bribe me. I'll say yes.
How much do you want for like a pound of strawberries from your work? I want you to steal it, bring it to me, and sell it to me at a cheap price.
$3.
$3. I can go to HEB or Walmart.
No, not right now. You can't.
Oh, for real?
I mean, just because I have to somewhat be well versed in the strawberry prices.
Can you eyeball the strawberries pound? Just eyeball.
Yeah.
It is not a pound. It's a short.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you? It's a big strawberry and a little strawberry. That's an ounce.
You got your fucking thumb on the scale.
Take off those green things on top, man.
But no, there's actually a workers' strike right now in Mexico that's causing strawberry prices to rise.
Workers' strike?
Workers' strike, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they want like, I don't know, like money or something.
Pesos.
Yeah.
They're called pesos.
Yeah, frogs or chickens, whatever it is that fucking.
Whatever. Yeah, they pay you in chicken feathers.
Yeah. They get a big bag of chicken feathers, like, hey! It's Pasadero!
They throw quinceañera with it. Quinceañera/wedding.
No, there was chicken feathers at every table. They just like wanted you to go home with them. They were like, here, they were handing you chicken feathers at the fucking door.
Shit.
The guy's doing really well for himself.
Yeah.
You got a beautiful family and I wish him the best.
Some lucky guy got a beak.
I used to have a bunch of friends that all worked at KFC at the same time. And one time on Halloween, they fucking ripped open the bag of chicken and there was a fucking head. And he was just like, oh! Like, it was like just so happened that it happened on Halloween and shit. Also, what was cool about that was that they would get, that was one of those little fucking KFC little chickens or whatever, chicken little sandwiches.
Yeah.
They were just like little buns, were delicious. Chicken tenders, some mayo and lettuce. Those just came out, and they would fucking all come over and party at our house after work and stuff.
And just bring a bucket of that
shit?
Dude,
like 8 bags of fucking like these little like chicken's little sandwiches from fucking KFC. Damn. It was so tight.
KFC's the best, man. Yeah, I always thought that like KFC is like the white people fried chicken, and Popeyes is the black, and Church is the Mexican.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know, it's segregated. Yeah. Segregated chicken.
No, KFC definitely. I have heard minorities scoff at KFC prices.
Oh no!
I've heard them being like, "What fuck that?" Like, KFC does not have a 2-piece Tuesday.
Oh, 2-piece Tuesday. I used to live off of that shit. I would buy like $20 of 2-piece Tuesday.
Yeah,
but it used to be 99 cents. Now it's like $1.18.
Yeah.
You heard it here first in the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. You go to Popeyes every Tuesday. You get 2 pieces of delicious chicken, and you can actually ask two thighs. You can actually say, wow. I want 2 thighs for $1.18, and they'll give it to you. You don't have to mess with the leg, man. Don't mess with the leg. Holy shit, man. I didn't think you were gonna even light it. That was.
Watch this though. Watch this one.
Let's see. That's all our viewers.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
This is not dead air. You should.
And I'm high.
And you're high, just like that.
Just like that, I'm high, man.
At the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. I'm high. Actually, I'm my nose and get a beer.
Yeah, all right, man.
I'm down to keep going. Are you just gonna follow me around?
I'm gonna follow you. Our guest is my priority. Is our guest.
Now I'm blowing my nose and getting a beer.
Olive oil. Dude, I never expected you guys to have olive oil. This looks like a corn oil kind of place, man.
No, I fuck with olive oil, man. I don't really fuck with like vegetable or corn oil shit.
No, it's awesome. I can't afford it myself.
I've picked up like 2 good habits in my adult years, and one of them involves olive oil.
Yeah, I use canola But when I'm like really rich, you know, like I'll go all. It's a treat. Sometimes even coconut, man.
Yeah, no, coconut oil is pretty fucking dope.
No, I'm cool for now. I'm working here.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back. Okay. Can I describe this room?
Yeah, by all means, come on in.
You know, I don't think I can. I think only pictures.
Yeah.
It's like a hippie would be disgusted to live here.
Thank you, Jesse.
No problem. I think I'm gonna wait over here where it's sanitary. Let's go ahead and what the fuck are you looking
I'm
for?
looking for a fucking Vicks inhaler and I'm fucking congested.
You're a Vicks inhaler.
Your mother.
This is a Vicks inhaler. Oh, hey, how did you get started in comedy? Why? When?
Okay.
How this fucking happened?
All right, so I want us to take a trip back in time, man, to the year 2004, man.
2004.
2004. That's not when I got started, but this is where it starts.
Twinkle in your father's eye.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 1983.
I was born in 2005. I'm 11 years old. No, I've
been doing comedy ever since the womb.
Yeah.
Slapstick mostly.
Yeah, I just remember tapping on my mom's uterus. I was like, "Is this thing on?"
Yeah.
But so I fucking I was in a band at the time, and I was a metal band, and I also rapped, and so that was like that's what I thought I was going to do it myself. I was going to
first French Canadian rapper.
Yeah.
Make it big.
I think there might be another French Canadian rapper. Never mind. No, there's not.
I hope not.
Well, John LeJoie.
John LeJoie.
John LeJoie.
Isn't he a painter? He sounds like a fucking artist. like if he's making sculptures.
You watch The League? He's
No.
Taco in The League. Oh, okay. Well, he raps humorously as I do, but
yeah. You have a good thing going with Lane there.
Yeah. Vanilla Presley.
Vanilla Presley.
Austin's number 5 hip hop comedy supergroup.
For real? It's 5? I was like, is there 5 groups?
Yeah. There is. There's 5 groups, so we're at the bottom.
Yes.
So yeah, in 2004, I was rapping and I was in a band, and I kind of I knew that's what I wanted to do, and then like the band started winding down a couple years later, in in 2008, and as with bands do, one guy goes to jail, one guy goes to the army, one guy gets a girl pregnant, and then one guy starts doing stand-up comedy.
Okay, wow, it's like a song, like one of those country songs.
Yeah. It's not one of the country songs, but no. So I fucking I started noticing that I really liked being on stage with the band and like just like talking and like doing between the songs and like just trying to make the crowd laugh, and like I just thought that was cool. And so I always wanted to try stand up. I'd always been a huge fan, and I would read I'd read a lot of stand up artist books. It was a big thing of mine. Like, and so I always was like a big fan of it, and I would like, and so I just saw a fucking commercial for an open mic in Temple, Texas. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go try it. So I went, as most first timers do, I had my whole fucking family and all my friends came out, and like, Pat's gonna go try comedy. And then like, my personality had always suggested that I would eventually try this, and I went and I did it, and I fucking liked it. And then I started driving down here to Austin and doing the Velveeta Room every now and then. This is like back in like 2008. And then I moved to Connecticut, and I started doing comedy up there, and that was like where I really got like into it. I was like, because I was like, now I was up there, and that was my whole reason for moving there, was to get into comedy, which everybody's like, because Connecticut's such a huge comedy hotspot. And then I started like doing a little bit of traveling between New York and Boston, and just like, this is where I started like learning how to fucking, learning how to tell a joke, and learning how to like do comedy and be a comedian and shit. And then I moved down here in 2011. And I've been here since. So it's been 8 years now I've been doing comedy.
8 years?
Yeah, 8 years. And I kind of like always have to fight this urge to like discount the first year or two that you do it. Because like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it now like how I'm doing it now. I wasn't doing it with the frequency. And so I always kind of want to like write off that first year. But nah, I just start the year. So.
I want to write off my last 2 years. Because I only do it like once a week now.
Yeah. Dude, that's what like the big thing is, you just gotta fucking make that time, and like it goes through times. You go through fucking fluctuations where it's like things where you do it a lot. Like I happen to be on an uptick right now because I live in a fucking dining room and I work minimally, and as a result of my limited expenses, I don't have to work a big crazy job. I can work in a food truck, getting stoned and slicing strawberries, and fucking I just have more free time, so I do more comedy. But I went through a while there where I was doing it like once a week, if that. And sometimes I was only doing it like for like 2 or 3 times a month, which at this point I was already like quote unquote established. I was already doing my thing. Yeah. And then it just like really slowed down where I wasn't going out all the time. And I didn't even really notice it till it happened.
Yeah. I think the drinking is what stops me from going every night.
Yeah, because dude, that's what it is. Like,
it's expensive.
I don't know how to separate it. Like, and I see comics that I respect who can show up, tell their jokes, and just go the fuck home. And I'm just like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
How do you get on stage and not fucking have 5 beers at the fucking bar with the rest of the comics?
That is the only reason they let open mics be open mics at their fucking bar. Because there's a bunch of suckers go there. I'm gonna be a superstar one day, and they fucking drink 8 beers and that's $60.
Yeah, dude, it's like that's so fucking true because like.
Selling dreams.
Yeah. Well, like, and that's like there's comics like who I like so I have so much respect for that. I just have to just show up. They tell their jokes. They shoot the shit for maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Blah blah blah, little joke, little laugh, and then they fucking.
Wow, how does it feel respecting someone in Austin? Most of them are garbage.
I think I have a lot of comics I respect in Austin. I know we have differing opinions about the Austin scene. I think we've had different experiences in the Austin scene. To be fair, so. I'm sure you've had more of a reason to develop, anger. Yeah. Also, yeah. You may not have played the game as well.
I don't play the game.
Yeah. What's always
this is the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast, and we're our minute 35.
Yeah, this is where we get real. I've always I find myself because I'm a true friend. I do stick my neck out for people, and I never get down on shit talking somebody who I actually like. I do like you.
I like shit talking.
Yeah, see, but I've been around where people have been talking shit about you, and I won't get in with it. I won't be like, and I'll even be like,
you're Switzerland.
I always say, I'm like, you know what, Jesse's always really cool with me. I always cite that time you picked up my homeboy from the airport for me. And like just all the general times you've been nice and friendly to me, and you've helped me out, bought me a beer, like. So I always make sure to mention those things, and I'll say to people, I'm like, when he first started his like crazy internet persona, or I don't even know crazy internet persona, when that first started, I was shocked because I was like, no, Jesse's nice, he's a nice guy, like we go over to his house, we record the Mustache podcast.
I remember
and he's
that.
just a fun guy, and he's cool, and then and then everybody, even people who might be your staunchest critics have echoed that. They've been like, I've met him in person, and he's really nice. Like he's been friendly, and and people are. I think there's a general consensus of shock as to the difference between you and your online persona.
Well, it started because a lot of I got heckled by comics because my stuff is very rapey, and I make fun of old people, Jews, gays, whoever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I don't think the old people is what has the problem.
Jesse and his
I was just bashing the elderly.
Fucking elder basher. Yeah. No,
no, and that is people do have very visceral reactions to that style of humor.
And people are because when I started, there was a few people that told us like you have to punch up. You can't make fun of Mexicans. And I was like, so that's racist. It's saying like Mexicans are lower than you.
Yeah.
And like they're like, no, you have to punch up like politicians. You have to, like, no, it's I will make anything funny if I can. If not, I'll try. At least.
Yeah.
And I got heckled. You suck. I don't know what. Hey, my girlfriend's a feminist. Fuck you. Actually, that wasn't a comment. That was just some guy, fucking half a faggot. Yeah.
He actually wasn't even saying it to me. He was saying it to somebody else.
And I just
my girlfriend's a feminist. Like, fuck you.
Fuck you. Look at these fucking just go real Mexican on them.
Well, no, and there is a difference here in Austin than other scenes that I've been a part of. Like I was in the New England scene. In the New England scene, you could have skated by for years.
Unnoticed.
I don't think anybody would have said shit to you. You might have been. You probably would have. Actually, if you want to revitalize your comedy career, dog, move to the East Coast. Move to the East Coast and stay out of major cities, and they'll like you.
For real?
Yeah, it's a lot more.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot more susceptible. It's cold in a bitch, but when I was in Connecticut, though, they fucking there was not nearly as much importance placed on anything PC whatsoever.
Oh, I love that shit.
And you know, but then there was, you know, see, I feel though, and I don't think I'm necessarily like a super like liberal comic who follows all the PC rules, but I don't think I'm at the other end of the spectrum either. Suey, stop. We don't need a beat. But
yeah,
that's the soundtrack.
Holy shit, she's sniffing my balls.
Hey!
What's wrong, man?
Yeah, she was constantly itching. She got these little skin allergies. But so fucking what is it? Yeah, so I don't think I have that, but I do think that having to when I first moved from Connecticut down to Austin, and I kind of fell into a little bit of those traps too, where I'd do a joke and it'd be like, "Oh, that was a shot at transgender people, or that was a shot at these people," and I think the reaction a lot of comics have at first, just indignance, you know, just like, "Man, fuck that, I'm just doing my joke," blah blah blah.
Yeah,
but I do feel that having to write within the fucking parameters of like, you know, not punching down or you know, writing in like, I don't want to say it's PC because my shit's not PC, but just having to write like around that, I think it does challenge you as a writer. Like when you're like for example, like when your first instinct is to be like, all right, so I went to Home Depot and what's the deal with all these fucking Mexicans, right? That's your first instinct. I feel that's like entry level joke. You know, so you're like went to Home Depot, gang of Mexicans. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's say I wanted to write about Mexicans at Home Depot, but I wanted to do it. Then I did not want to offend Mexicans, right? And now I'm not talking about the argument could be made of like whether or not a Mexican would even be offended about a Home Depot joke, because one thing I will say is all these like white hipster comics that are like, don't talk about this group or this group. You can do those jokes in front of those actual groups, and a lot of times they fucking laugh. like I've seen comics that do like white comics that do black jokes, and white comics hate them, and they play a black room and fucking crush. And because it's like, I think there is a sense of coddling sometimes on the part of like, which in itself is a sense is kind of racist.
I do great in black rooms.
Yeah, that's why I said that. Not you specifically, but also like Scotty Peterson, for example. Like Scotty, I think is a great comic, but I think some like more liberal comics say that Scotty's material is racist. Yeah. Yet they don't understand that Scotty opens almost exclusively for black comics when they're on that come into the Houston area, and he fucking plays for almost exclusively black crowds. Yeah. Like when he is playing like paid gigs. Yeah. So and they love him. So it's just kind of funny. Like that's almost like that's kind of racist in general. You're saying like, hey, those people can't handle that joke. Don't say it about them. You know. Yeah. But that being said,
well, I do have a joke about that. Like when you're protecting someone, hey, don't mess with my little Mexican friend here. He can't defend himself. I'm a white man and I can defend him. But you're a little. Do you want a scholarship? Can you see scholarship?
Yeah. Like, you know. He's pointing at himself. Punch up. Don't punch down.
Punch up.
Don't punch down.
And a big man like me, not a little boy like you.
Yeah. That's very true. And that is I think that is the great falter of the good parts of that movement. I feel there are good parts of the PC movement. I feel that there's things that are important, but that's like also the shitty underbelly of it is that you think you're better than. You think you're better. That's something that they're going to have to address at some point.
So you hear that, you fucking nerds?
Yeah.
We're on to you.
Yeah. Pat Sirois, the nerd you guys have embraced. Over here dragging you to the fucking mud. No, but like... Well, let's say if you're trying to write in PC parameters, I feel that, or if you're trying to write any kind of parameters, it challenges you as a writer, it challenges you as a comic, and sometimes like it's good to say, okay, like I think that's funny, but it's problematic in this way, and this way. So what if I wanted to do a joke but keep the same subject matter, but now I can't just hit this note. I got those are off the table. Well, then now what I work for? Okay, so now we said it was Home Depot, bunch of Mexicans standing out front. Well, now I can make a joke about how they have to stand out front because there's no fucking jobs in Mexico because of bad foreign trade policies on the part of Americans. And now I have to write about bigger, grander things. Yeah, like I have to I have to write about these things, and like now I have to like tackle like crazier subject issues, and it has to have like a higher level of writing, you know. Yeah. And so I feel that when you write,
and it has to be a haiku.
Yes, also? It has to be a haiku. It's got to be 5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables, and it has to be about nature. Yeah. Or generally about nature. Yeah. But like I feel so that's like kind of like a thing where you have to like that's a good part of it, like where it's like I have to now write this way. Not have to, but when I write this way, I come out with a higher quality joke.
Yeah.
and I feel that that's something that I had to learn. And I think there is something to be said about it. So it's like you don't want to defang yourself by any means, but if you have,
I'll throw in a couple of bad words. I mean, like faggot, And I'm used to saying that, dude. I grew up in fucking like pretty much North Mexico, just South Texas. Yeah. And dude, everybody called themselves, a faggot.
Yeah.
Oh man, don't be such a fucking faggot. Let's go play basketball, whatever. Fucking 8-year-olds calling themselves that.
I fucking had to. I had to like. That was one thing. I don't say faggot as much as I used to. But I still will sometimes like fucking like faggot is kind of hard. That's like faggot. Like I don't say that a lot because that I feel like
it's a hard G.
Yeah, it's a hard G, hard T. But like I still think I still will find myself fucking calling somebody a fag.
I'm gonna change it to Fanuc.
Fanuc?
You fucking Fanuc.
Fanuc, is that like a gay Canuck? Like
Fanuc, it's kind of like saying gay, but like Italian slang, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Like meatball kind of fucking people.
You fucking Fanuc.
Gabagoo. You gabagoo. Or maricon. Maricon is in Spanish.
Yeah.
You fucking closet maricon. Everybody's got to know what it is.
Exactly. Like, I know it means gay, but like, or it means like faggot, but like, what exactly like is the literal translation? Like, what is it?
You know what? I've always used it as faggot.
Yeah, but like because for example, like Italians call blacks like moulignon.
Moulignon.
It's eggplant.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's eggplant.
I always thought this is what I always say: if you want to cure racism, eat eggplant.
Always said that. I've
always said this.
Yeah. Well,
you want to cure yourself from racism, eat eggplant.
Why have you said that?
Huh?
Why?
Why?
but like, so like there's like a literal meaning behind it because they thought when they first met black people they were dark like eggplants, so they call them moulignons, moolies, eggplants. What is maricon? Like what is it? Does that have like a literal translation?
I really don't know. I have to look it up. Remind myself to look it up if I listen to this. I never listen to my podcast, but if I do, maricon and moulion. Oh, moulion, I already know it's eggplant. Mayate, which is it's like the N word and
no, I used to know this.
Yeah, fuck. Nothing. All right, let's move on.
but yeah, I think there's something to be said about having to censor yourself a little bit because it makes you think outside of your own box. Like it's kind of like fucking how Tim Burton and Johnny Depp have made the same shitty movie 8 times in the last 12 years, and like I think it's because nobody is around them saying like, "Hey, don't do that. Hey, don't say that."
Yeah,
they're just like, "Yeah, do it. Go ahead.
You're the man."
Yeah. So their first instinct is just the best one. And they've never had to correct themselves. And I remember like when I first moved here to Austin, I got into a dust up because I made a fucking a joke about Chaz Bono. Actually, it wasn't even a joke. I saw the status pop up in my fucking time hop thing recently, and I fucking cringed at it. I was like, what the fuck was my problem? I was like, Chaz Bono is not a guy. I was like, if she dies, you look at her skeleton, it's a fucking man. Or it's a girl. She'll never be a guy. Just stop calling her a guy. And I remember like me and Kath Barbadero got into it, and then we settled it offline in a cage match. She beat the living shit out of me. But she didn't win clean though. Her manager distracted me and she hit me with a chair. But
pulled a pipe wrench out of her fucking bra.
But she was nice enough to actually have a dialogue with me. We talked about it, and at the time, it was just that was what I believed. I was like,
I still believe that.
And maybe one day you'll have your moment where you don't.
No, look, I believe that if you want to be a man, be a man. If you want to be a woman, be a woman. But all these new things that are coming, like, oh, I'm genderless. I'm like, well, if you're genderless, when you're a dude, then I see your penis. Like, you can't. Choose a fucking gender, and I will call you a him and a her and a what.
I understand that reaction as a reaction to an asshole who's saying those things. But like I think when you meet just regular ass people who are just trying to go to work and do their thing, I don't like if somebody came at me and they were like militant and they were like, like if I said, hey, like if I said, hello, ma'am, and then they were like, what? You misgendered me and started yelling at me. Then, I'm going to go on the defensive. And, and then, of course, that's when you're going to just be like, I want to hurt this person's feeling or I want to argue my point.
Yeah.
But I'd say, like, the majority... Well, for me, the majority, I'd say the entirety of my interactions with transgender people have been positive. I mean, they're not a huge part of the population, so I don't see them all the fucking time. And so all the times that I have seen them, it's been very, very positive.
I know.
Close.
I guess we don't live in the thing where maybe you were a woman. I don't know, but I don't. I've never been a woman, and I don't understand what they go through. Because for me, like, being called whatever, you can call me a faggot, a wetback, a fucking wipe. I've been called everything on both sides, either sides. I really have never experienced the gay thing, even though I've gotten called gay, but I guess it's a different thing. Maybe I am changing. Maybe you just changed my mind about faggots. I will be the kinder to those.
There's a new Jesse Lopez in town. All of you faggots and trains. Faggots, come on in.
Let me kiss you on the lips to show you my appreciation.
Well, that's like one thing I've always kind of like, because I feel like I was a convert. I remember like when I was younger, I wasn't necessarily Republican. I wouldn't have labeled myself Republican, but I certainly was in my thoughts. And I was conservative in a lot of my viewpoints. And but I try to have like that, like they call it like a South Park conservatism, where it's like newer, like it's like, okay, I'm not racist. I'm not. Basically, I had like a lot of these like conservative ideals that I felt were just common sense to me. Mm-hmm. And like I remember when they voted, this was in Texas, when they voted years ago. For gay marriage, they had a vote and it lost, by a wide majority. Texas. Yeah. But I remember discussing with a friend that, you know what? It's only fair. They had a vote on it, and that's what the people wanted. They didn't want gay marriage. Now I'm older. I'm like, who gives a fuck who wants it and doesn't want it? It's an inalienable human right. That's how I feel now. But at the time,
it is a human right. I feel it is a human right
for people to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I didn't think
as long as it's consensual.
Yeah, consensual marriage.
Oh yeah.
Not consensual marriage.
You're getting a shotgun wedding with a 15-year-old boy.
I think if you were to ask a lot of guys, they'd say they're stuck in a non-consensual marriage. But they fucking, I remember like thinking that way.
I kind of was in a non-consensual marriage. I was 18, she was 16. It was either that or jail.
How long did that last?
7 years almost.
Oh shit! Well, there you go. But was it down in South Texas?
Down in South Texas.
There was a lot of like societal pressure to not get divorced?
There was societal pressure to get married. Like you were like 17. You're like, you're not married and have kids, or what's wrong with your dick? Are you gay? What the fuck's wrong with you?
Do you think that to get on that for a sec? Do you think that there's like I think it. Mexican culture, especially Mexican culture, like in as you call it, North Mexico, South Texas. There's that like kind of like machismo thing.
There is,
and
dude,
like
I size up people all the time, dude. I look up someone. Am I funnier than you? Can I beat you up?
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm thinking. I was like, if we were like stranded in an island, would I be able to fuck you? Would I be able to fuck you? I'm like, man, I'm gonna fuck this chubby motherfucker. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna like strangle you first.
And I'm over here just like, man, I bet if we were trapped in desert island, we'd fucking get along pretty good.
Yeah. I'm strangling you with a vine, trying to fuck you in the ass. I won't kill you, but
I'm having the same daydream, but I'm like, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I'd fuck him. I'd probably get some kinky shit. No, but I always feel like I used to have those viewpoints and shit, and then like I left Texas and I went and learned about things in the world, and I grew up, and I think a lot differently now. And so I'm always trying to play ambassador. Like I meet a lot of people, especially people who are actually gay or actually part of a press group, who have no patience to play that role, and I get it. Like you don't owe it to anybody to be like, well, let me go and change your mind on gay people. Like no, I'm sure you've been through enough shit. Fucking, you don't owe it to anybody to be like to sit down and have patience for somebody who doesn't feel the same way as you.
Yeah.
But for some reason, for me, I feel it as like maybe it's a big part of debating. You want to be right all the time. I want people to think like I do, and I feel because like I used to think like they did. I used to be like, transgender people, they need to take a seat because they're not really whatever. To the point where now I realize that like the reaction to the whole gender issue in America is it has two reactions, and you can either be passive or impassive. And like impassive, just like at the end of the day, it started making less and less sense to me. Because like 9 times out of 10, when you're discussing transgender politics, there's nobody transgender in the room.
That's true.
It's you on your phone, and you're looking at it, and you go, "What? He wants to be called up? What? No! Oh hell no, man! I'm mad now." And it was like you can have that reaction, or you can just be like on the phone and be like, "Oh, they want to be called." Okay, and like it's just like to me that's like the easier reaction. It's just be like, "All right, if I bump into one, I'll say what they want."
Well, that's the thing. Like
I'm not saying you don't think that way. I thought
no. What I don't like is that no gender shit. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there was this thing that I want to get into, but like call them Z's. Call everyone Z's instead of they.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that. I was like, dude, like, come on, man. Yeah. Come on, man, or come on, woman. Yeah. Whatever.
No, there's a certain level of like frustration there that I can understand, because it's just like, you might think like, at that point, like, oh, you're attacking my language, you're attacking the way. Now, what I would contest is that the amount of people who are transgender who think, or who support transgenders, that think we should change it from he and she just to Z. Yeah, I think it's like 0.01%.
I know,
and that shit gets fucking amplified on the internet. That's a big part of. So I think the fact that we have the ability to blast our opinions out into the fucking nothing sphere now, that like people like, we manufacture outrage, and so you read an article where you're like, what, transgender people want to be called Z's instead of she's or he's, and you read that article, and in your head you imagine hundreds of thousands of people marching on Washington like, call me fucking Z's. Yeah. And like it's a blogger.
The million trending march.
Yeah. It's a blogger sitting in a fucking garage who's just like fucking typing it up and like, this is what we should say now. And so I'll fall into that too. Like my thing is like, I feel like I'm a feminist in the sense that I support equal rights for women.
Well, you're a humanist. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because even feminists are like, well, women shouldn't go to war, but men can. That's fine.
Yeah, which you hit these little weird dichotomies and shit. But like, I sometimes will find myself getting a little frustrated. Like, I'll be like scrolling through Facebook, and I saw this article the other day. It was like, here's what's problematic about guys who say they put women's pleasure first. And it was basically about this whole new trend of guys who were like, fuck yeah, I'll eat pussy. Mm-hmm. Like how that used to be taboo, and now guys are embracing it. And it's this woman saying that that's just another way for guys to pat themselves on the back. It's not about the woman's pleasure. It's about everybody knowing that they're... And I was just like, I was like, shut the fuck up. I got so angry.
Yeah, it's true. But actually, that is true. Like, when I make a woman come with my mouth, dude, I want to do like an end zone dance afterwards. I'm like, fuck yeah, your neck is stiff, your fucking shoulders are tense. Yeah. They're down there for like 15 minutes, whatever.
Well, fuck it, I guess she was right. Fuck,
she is right. I'd eat her box out just to show her. I'm a man. I'll eat her fucking box from behind.
Yeah, I guess there is that, but I remember my reaction. I was reading it and I was just like, man, fucking, that's why I was like, I hate logging into Facebook and just having some fucking 20-year-old remind me that there's something inherently wrong with my gender and that there's no female equivalent to it. Like, I hate being told, like, well, as a male, you suck in these very specific and listable ways, and women, some of us might suck individually, but there's nothing wrong with us as a whole. Yeah. That's y'all. And that, like, there's some days if I've had a long day and I'm just like, you know what, I don't fucking have the patience for that argument today. Like, I'll find myself veering strongly from my left-leaning principles and be like, fuck you, you little fucking 20-year-old twat. Like, eat a dick. Yeah. I'll get really mad. Yeah. And, like, where does it go with this? Blind anger. I forget now.
Blind anger. Feminism is awful.
Yeah. Well, or as the thing where, like, I agree with certain things. Oh yeah, but when I read an article like that,
you've gone too far.
What I start to think is, like, again, in my head, I put it together that there's a million women who feel this way, and I have to like fucking start walking myself back and being like, this is one person who wrote one article that I don't fucking like. And that doesn't mean that that's everybody who is on the other side of the fence of gender wise feels that way. And so I think about that.
Yeah, like the word mansplaining that's been going around. Dude, that's completely sexist.
Yeah.
That's completely sexist. Yeah. Only fucking those twats, the femo Nazis, I don't know what they're called. Twat Nazis? Whatever the fuck they... Twat Nazis. Let's call them twat Nazis. If you're a feminist or feminine, is there a guy's a feminist and a girl's a feministism?
I think they're all feminists. There's the Meninist movement, which is the
Meninist. That actually started as a joke. Oh, that was like no, the feminist page, or the first ones that came out was joking, like, because feminists were too wild on their cause, and that was like a big joke. But now there is actually a little movement, which is of course 0.00001%.
Yeah, exactly. Like you read like you have like the men's rights activists, which like those guys are annoying. Like I'll read some of their posts, and they're just like. In my opinion, a lot of the guys are just very reactionary. They're just like, I was watching TV and there's this girl, and it was like, well, why wasn't there a guy? You know, what are you talking about?
Why are you putting tampon commercials in my football game?
Yeah. Tampon commercial, the goddamn football game. Yeah, like, and there's like, and then there is that whole shitty side of it.
No, but
Want to take a smoke break?
yes, we are. Well, this is gonna go ahead and conclude the first segment of the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. You want to say goodbye? Plug anything?
See you soon. I'll be tonight. I'll be at
gonna get
pre-game with Jake Rowe. At South Congress at some bar. I forget.
Yeah, this is not gonna come out for like 2 months, but all right. Twitter handle or something?
At PZTX.
You heard it first here, Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. Go to Jesse fucking Lopez, and if you like Pat Sirois. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how to plug myself.
Yeah, go plug yourself.
Go plug yourself. That's great. All right. Thank you very much for listening. Minute 55 of the Jesse Lopez 15-minute podcast. I'm going to have to edit this.